The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Hi everyone, Dazzy here. Listen, after 50 years of independence, to be a Bahamian in today's world also carries with it the responsibility of global citizenship. Tune in and sit with me. We'll discuss international news, finance, economics, pop culture, and trends that affect us as Bahamians not only locally, but also our contributions and opportunities beyond the rock. Beyond the Rock with your host, Dazzy, begins January 16th, 6:30 to 7:30, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag of thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy no. No matter how hard them a spite me.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Collect, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Journeys, Percy's Island Games, Sun Oil Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Plus me and them girlfriend a link up. Dog where you did that when they think tough. No food, clean water fi drink up.
And good afternoon, good day, good evening. Talking Heads Thursday with Pearly. How you guys doing? So good to be with you today. I hear a cold front coming. This might be our last warm day. I see lows of 64 over the weekend. But if you ain't got no side blanket, get one real blanket. It gonna be cold. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody out there safe. Some rough things happen out there. Let's look at The Guardian. 2 more shot dead. Daylight murders, latest in crime spree. And then I understand the third one happened shortly after that. Government ups heat on GBPA. Work ongoing on campaign finance laws, says Mitchell. Fernanda calls for action on crime and inflation. In the business section, let's take a quick look. Department of Labor seeking employment for former Pharmachem employees. Global role, most workers are very skilled and specialized, so we are working with them. Roughly 140 employees impacted by closure. Promotion Board launches LA campaign, tout strong West Coast demand. Government will take legislative measures to protect workers at NIB hike looms. Inflation up 0.1% in October. And concierge services for high net worth individuals finds niche success. Wonderful. Now see this? 2 more murders. I was going to talk about some other things, but you know what? It's too pressing because I'm hearing some things and I'm disturbed, I'm concerned, I'm worried. I mean, that's my opinion. I could be wrong. But y'all tell me what you think. We had 2 murders. 3. Some little boy gets stopped because he was supposed to join it. They want him to join a gang. What is going on in Bahamas? But what I'm most upset about is our Prime Minister gone away. There's no time to go away. You got to be here so we could try to figure out what's going on. You're the head of the ship. You're leading the boat. But you going to Africa? I don't know. I mean, what y'all think? Is that cool? Is that all right with you guys? Considering every minute somebody getting shot for stupid reasons? Little boy trying to force him to... What is going on out there? What's happening out there? Is there a war going on? These just random shootings? Just these fellas don't know how to handle the business in terms of conflict resolution? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Back in our day, we fight, we punch, throw some blows, may throw and rock a bottle. That finished. But these fellas carried it all to the limit. I keep saying we watching too much TV. We seeing too many movies. And we want to cut our own movie. But we didn't realize at the end of the movie, that fellow who get killed in the movie, get up and go home and decide on another movie in the next week, or the next year. And I say this every single time. If you kill somebody, you take away from them everything they have and everything they will ever have. Wealth. Everything you have and everything you will ever have. Now, some of the people think they go stand on their head for 2 years in Fox Hill or for 2 months now and get bail and come out and walk around like everything cool. Some of them getting takeout too. Or do we believe our laws aren't strong enough? These fellas ain't worrying but that they could chill? I like women, so I can't go up there and hang out. I can't stay up there. I can go crazy. I like to get up and turn on my TV and watch ESPN, the Dodgers, the Lakers. I like to get up and go get me a cold soda or a beer or a glass of water at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what I choose to do. If I choose to don't go to bed, I won't do that. If I want to go to Fusion, I won't be able to do that. If I want to just go for a drive, I won't be able to do that. But when you're up there, you can't do none of that. The man tells you when to sleep, when to get up, and when to move. That's what you want? That's what street cred is? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I just want to know what's going on. What do we think is going on there with our people? I see something say crime down 20%. How? Where? When? Which country? This the Bahamas? Now, maybe if you look at the total picture, so that little petty house stopping or that little this on and all them numbers way down, so it don't look like it up. What about serious crime? Texas says, great shoes, usually. Hell no, it isn't all right. These people are acting like animals. The judge need to give longer prison sentences of murder for life sentences plus 80 years. Next Texas says, Pearly, it's the music, bro. It's the music. The music corrupting the men and women. It has been proven to be an agenda by the music industry. When I was in my teens, and I go into a party, my mom used to say, Pearly, when you go to the party in the people's house or in the yard, it ain't down the road on the side of no car with nobody young girl. My mom was more concerned about me fooling with a young girl and getting her where she ain't supposed to be and ruin, you know. But I tell my kids when they used to go out, Trey, Vinzi, the party in the people's house or in the yard, please duck, don't get hit with no bullet. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of my kids going to parties. I dropped my kids to a party one time, and 10 minutes later, they called me, Daddy, come get me, big fight shootout. All them and somebody bust ducking down scared. That ain't how it's supposed to be, man. That's not how it's supposed to be. Texas says, great show as usual, Pearly. I ain't going to jail because I have come make and my gal fine. I need women to lay up with. These people like man, they gotta like man. Pearly, whoever like jail like man. I mean, that's a little crude for me to realize that, but it's true. Why you have to go back up there 10 and 20 and 5 and 6 and 4 and 3 or whatever time? Okay, you make a mistake, you get land there once. Okay, fine, I can live with that. I work it out and fix it and, help you and everything, yeah. 2, what's going on? 3, that's becoming a habit now. Fighting, shooting, killing, why? Why? 2 young men yesterday, 2 young men, 3. Come on, man. What are we going to have in 20 years? Text me, Mr. Producer, we got a caller? Caller, you on there. How you doing today?
Happy New Year and good Thursday to you, Pearly.
Hey, bro, how you doing, man?
Well, I guess people of my age and your age.
Now, let's get it right. You a little older than me now. I still a young pup.
Well, I called my age. You're just high like women.
I 62 this year. I ain't scared to say that. I 62 this year.
I 72, and if God spare my life May the 4th, I will be 73. God spare my life.
If God spare my life July 7th, I'll hit 62.
Okay, before I start, I know you just give me some time. You don't give me to tell you.
Let's talk, brother. Let's talk.
Okay, first of all, let me get a condolence list to go out first to the Delhi departed. I got a call early this morning for a very dear brother, longtime friend, and the son of an old-time original Valley Boys. From the crack of the gate, the drummer in the Valley Boys from 10th Street, East Cuscuva Garage owner Edward Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Father of
my dear friend Jerome.
Right Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald.
Yes.
And his sister.
Yes.
I spoke to Jerome early this morning,
okay.
around about 3, 4 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
He's in our group. He came on and said, Daddy just passed away. an hour or two ago. So a lot of us got together around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. We were all talking and giving our, condolences out.
Yes. My condolences to him and
So-
the family as well.
So when people started coming in the group, 7 and 8 o'clock, telling me Edward is dead, I said, man, check the group. I done posted that up a long time.
Yeah.
That done all over
But,
Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, everything.
some of us didn't get up that early, but when I got up, I saw it, and it was
No, but see, the thing is, I
I
tell
knew the good
the
gentleman as well.
people in the group that I'm in charge of called Masters Best.
Okay.
You'll be surprised who all in that group. I mean, surprised because I think King Charles might even be in that.
I gotcha.
Come down the line. But the thing is, I always admonish my crew.
Yes.
I'm the administrator.
Yes.
At least have the decency to say good morning first thing in the morning
Okay.
to your loved ones, to your children,
Yes.
to your groupie, and all the people that you contacted within the country
Yes.
and around the world. Have the decency the way we were taught
Yes, sir.
to say good morning. People are so busy nowadays, they don't even have time to tell their loved ones good morning.
Not only listen, Sparky, people walk past you in the road and don't speak. I couldn't
Man,
do
I
that.
talk about in the road.
I couldn't do that.
I talk about people in the house.
Yeah,
Get up,
no.
go to the bathroom, bathe, brush their teeth, eat breakfast, and go out without telling their wife and the children good morning.
No, man, can't be. Gotta say good morning. Gotta say good
I
morning.
say that's how decrepit most of us get.
Yes, yes.
Our minds are so warped running after the mighty dollar that we forgot how it is called a decency.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. So
First, you gotta give thanks to God for waking you up to begin with.
Past that, let's get to the crime. Let me try. See, like you talk about the days when we were young. When young men like myself in the valley, when we found things to do during the summer, when we used to make our little shoebox,
Yeah.
walk over Centerville Hill, kneel down by people's shoes, by the Nassau shop, and shine people's shoes
Yes,
for
yes.
2 or 3 shillings.
Yeah.
Now you know you could shine an executive shoe, put your little thing, get permission by Nassau shop, set up a little thing out there where you can put a little shoe stand. An executive lawyers and thing who ain't got time to shine their own shoes, you can get about $20 for a pair of shoes.
Yeah. You get good money, yeah.
And he walked down to the court, spick and span and shiny, glossy.
Yeah.
But no, our young men want to sit on the blocks with their $300 LA gear, what they get from selling drugs,
Or whatever.
with their nice stiff jeans and a nice doggone, maybe a white T-shirt and a New York or a Miami Dolphin hat.
No, New York or Oakland Raider hat. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
You know the Miami Dolphin hat.
Smoking ganja on the corner and drinking stitchies and then robbing somebody when they come from work.
Because they broke, now they got to get some more.
No, but thing is, you ain't work.
Plus they got to carry some food for the gal.
But you ain't work.
No.
And you wait for somebody who wait to come home to rob from them. And you got one AK-47 over 35 high behind the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
On Parkgate Road, in the middle of the day with traffic driving, just like Prince Charles the other day. The fella sent a video. The fella said, "Oh Lord, the man just get shoot right in front of me."
Right on the light? Here.
No, it was in front. No, it wasn't on the light. In front of the light.
Okay.
By where them people got them tractors and things.
Okay.
Then the car must be swerving when he gone into the wall. You see the fella open the car with the head bust right open. The man holding on the video said, "Man, they boys him right in front of me."
Yeah, I heard the video, yeah.
The fella jump out the car, then you see when the body flop on the ground. He's still living. When people gone over there, he hollering for his money. He begged white man live and begging people to help him. He's still alive with a bullet in the head. And that on video in the Bahamas. We even had no cellular phone when we was growing up.
No, we didn't. People come when we was older.
We didn't have no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no TikTok, no Messenger, no nothing.
Nope.
Most of us even had no phone in our house.
Exactly.
We used to go to the Tribune and the Guardian, get our stock of Tribune and go sell Tribune and Guardian.
You can't find one paper boy. Anyway, I used to remember you could get you missed the one on the corner by Oaksfield. You sure you catch him by St. Barnabas Church.
And then you had fellas riding around with bicycle and basket on the back. Fish, man.
Yep.
Yeah, coming to the neighborhood selling fish.
Yes, exactly.
You got the people out on she clean.
Exactly. I remember it.
We used to go to the neighborhood and mow people's lawn for this dollar or two, mow their lawn for them. Clean their jealousy window for them. Used to go to Miss Sands' house and clean her windows on Saturday for she gave you a little $3. Plenty money to go buy some potato chips and things.
Yeah.
The spirit gone when Loftus Roker said, you're bringing in these people in this country with a different culture. Stop it now.
Is it really that, or is it? Remember now. We only had couple people only had TV with antenna. So you get channel 10, channel 7, channel 4, and sometimes none of them channel clear. So you only had as many things to watch like that. You go to the Shirley Street, you go to the Wolford or the Savoy or the Capitol. But then, is it because now we got access to all kind of movies, all kind of exposure? You know, I brag with my app I get on my TV, I get 9,000 channels, 11,000 channels.
Really? There was a time growing up, police, they had no gun.
I know that.
Police used to walk around with a billy in their pocket with a hard piece of stick.
Yep. And any ones who had gun had to go through rigorous training. So what happened, Sparky? What happened
We
to our
followed the
community?
word. Hold on. We followed Uncle Sam, our
Okay.
big brother.
Uh-huh.
Whatever our big brother will do, we do.
Okay.
Look here, Pearly.
Uh-huh.
No drugs or gun has come through, as far as I know, has come through here on plane to the Nassau International Airport. No gun.
None that we know of.
None that we know about.
Right.
Because they're supposed to search them.
Yes. They're supposed to say
But you can't tell me that the guns ain't coming in by the marina at Atlantis, by Life and Key Marina, all the marinas around the South Beach side, all the marinas, Harbor Bay Marina, all of the Brown Boat Basin Marina, Nassau Yacht Club, Royal Yacht Club, coming in on the out island of these marina on the yacht ships.
Okay.
Because they coming from America. And guns is a big business. I used to wait by Browns Boat Basin.
Uh-huh.
Listen to this. I used to wait to Rubens Brown Boat Basin sometime early in the night, early in the morning. Yachts pull up there.
Yeah.
I never see no police pull up, no defense force pull up, no customs pull up, no immigration pull up. But the yacht pull up there with the people in the middle of the morning.
And they supposed to clear customs out at sea or out by the harbor break or something like that. Not there at the marina. I'm not certain. Somebody got to clarify that for me.
You ever see anybody clearing any customs?
I don't know. I don't go on boat. I get seasick, so I don't know.
Well, you stand by the Western Esplanade or Arawaki.
Uh-huh.
I said the Western Esplanade or Arawaki.
My backyard.
Arawaki and the Western Esplanade, two different places.
My
When you
backyard.
stand up there by the break of water, where the tower is out there by the end of Paradise Island,
Uh-huh.
if you see if any patrol car, boat, or anything, stop any yacht coming up the harbor. They
All right.
come straight through there, go to Browns Boat Basin, and park up.
Wow. I got you.
And then sometimes you see people coming in the night, going out to visit the yacht. You ain't know who they is. You see them rolling these things from the yacht out the car. You ain't know what they bring.
Uh-huh.
You see them going over by Harbor Bay with this thing look like they're going shopping. You ain't know where they're going. But you ain't see no defense force, no immigration, no customs, and no police to check what's coming in on them yachts.
I understand. I got you.
How come the young men around here got more gun than AK-47? They got more gun than the police.
I hear you.
Where they coming from?
I don't know. I can find out.
I know they make them in America because we don't have the gun factory here.
All right.
They know what happening. They just don't want to stop it because it's big business.
I know, Sparky.
It's big business.
I hear you, Sparky. I got another caller coming in, okay? Thank you. Call you on the air. Now, you know Sparky can't, Mr. Producer, before you talk, you know Sparky can't run back in plenty time today. Plenty
You
time.
did Sparky well.
I did him well. What's up?
You did him well. In fact, Sparky owes you a check.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I like to listen to Sparky because he goes down memory lane.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he say, it really would have been great if some of the young men today experienced that.
Yes.
You know, would actually cause us to be one.
You know, the other day my family had we had a storytelling night. My uncle and my mother and sisters and all them and all the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren, we all got together and had dinner together. And they told stories about Inagua from where we came from and where my grandmother and all that. We talked all about our family history and talked about politics and talked about some history. It was the young kids loved it, and we intend to try to do something like that a little more often. So and that we missing that family time stuff. That's what I think we're missing.
It promotes chemistry.
Yes, it does.
What we are doing, we are promoting conflict.
Yes.
And we are electing leaders from the spiritual straight on down to wherever you want to go, to persons who could only see carnal. They don't realize that maybe that'll be a be, but do you know that there are two of you?
Would you explain that one to me?
Okay, listen carefully.
I listen.
Because first, let me tell you, boats are supposed to call and declare while they're 25 miles out.
Okay.
Say, I'm coming into a certain port.
Okay.
And I want to be checked. And so have someone there.
Okay.
Now, I have witnessed working in Life Key. Victor Cozini and those never used to do that, and they used to get away with it. And it looked like piracy is alive and well today still.
So 25 miles of this was called, and this is.
You're supposed to say, I'm now 25 miles out.
This is the Pearly, and I coming into Atlantis.
Life Key Marina.
And so they're supposed to meet me at Life Key Marina
So
and
you
check
should
me.
be there by the time as I get there, right?
Okay, I got you. Okay.
But they don't do that anymore. And apparently, like I say, piracy is alive and well. Because the government is not even enforcing that.
Okay.
So that goes to tell you where we are.
Something needs to be done about that. If that is in fact so, something needs to be done about that.
Well, ain't nothing can be done because something has already been done to the people who should have something to be done about it. You elect supreme criminal lawyers to be your leader in the country. They are only concerned about preserving their legacy and making sure they have enough cases for them when they leave. They ain't gonna put no rules in place to put a clamp on damp. Anyway, I won't tell you about the two of you, Pearly.
Talk to me.
You remember the story of the prodigal son, where one was left and the other went into the world?
Yes.
Okay, now picture this, and here's what we do wrong, Pearly. You were conceived before you were born. And you can't tell me because your parents never told you that day that you were conceived, because that is your birthday.
I did my
What
homework.
they tell
I did
you
do my
is the day
homework.
when you were shoved into this.
I did count back. But anyway, go ahead. I did count back.
You went back?
I
went
count
back to the day?
I count back. My mommy's get mad when I tell her that, but I count back.
No, but so you know the day that you were conceived because
Well, around the
fine.
time, I guess. So if you do it within the
all I'm
birthday
trying to
time
say
and all
is
that, you know.
the person that you were when you were conceived is that person that stayed with God as that brother, which is you, who stayed with the Father, and the one who came through the womb is the one that went into the world.
I got you.
Now, the one who stayed with the Father is 9 months or 7 months older than you.
Okay.
Now, when God shows up, he's going to show up with you, but he's going to show up with that person who stayed, who is you, and you're going to be able to compare the SHI that you did down here to the heavenly glory stuff that you did while you were up there. And it's going to be hell for you to measure up to that level of supremacy. That's the hell you can face. You can face your own demise.
Okay.
You can face what you could have been and what you are. That's the parable of the prodigal son. But ain't no pastor could explain that to you because they don't read Hebrew.
I got you.
Thanks for taking my call.
Take care, my brother. That's deep. Wait, show me that. That's deep. Anyway, that's deep. Excuse me. Texas. Good day, Pearly. I really don't think that the Prime Minister being out of country makes a difference on crime. He can still also communicate from wherever he is. I agree he's doing a lot of traveling, but I disagree with you on this. Chester Cooper is more of a Prime Minister anyway. Okay. They have no problem going to jail because they know because of the bail, they will be back out within the week. Did Sparky say fresh LA gear? Uh-oh. He did, LOL. Sparky's correct on this one, for sure. Sparky Talk Show now, history time. Yes, they're supposed to contact port control first. None working in this country. No one working in this country. Sorry. Great show as usual. I walked in a government building the other day and I said, good morning, gray behind man and woman. Look up at me like I stupid. I repeated myself and the people look at me like I extra stupid. So in the gray behind people ain't got no manners, judge their kids. Pearly for lifetime sentences plus 80 years. Let's print it on the t-shirt, second option for murder. Hang 'em high and hang 'em low. Great show as usual. We can't bother the rich people on the boats. Rich white foreigners people is good people. That's the motto in the Bahamas. White is right. Boy, I tell you. Pearly, they need to play Minna's voice over and over and over on the speakers in Fox Hill Dungeon. Minna say, log down and feed them bread, no butter and tap water. Great show as usual, Pearly. They need to privatize the prison, sell it to China for $1. No one want to go to Chinese prison. Hey. Pearly, you coughing? Yes, I'm coughing. I had the flu, and I'm recovering, all right? No, I tested negative, all right? So if that answers your question, I have a son who's a doctor, Let's get that right. That young man who let me rest. Anything he hear you on my case, if he see me drinking a can of soda, I get raw. I boiled some Cersei and he raw. So trust me, Earl in good care. I have another caller, Mr. Dexter. Mr. Producer, I call you Mr. Dexter. Right after this, we take a break. Call you on the air.
Good afternoon. How you doing, man?
Thank God for life.
Listen to this now.
I listen.
Majority of politicians is defense attorneys, right?
A lot are, yes.
And they still have their businesses, even though they in this at least ministries or representing each party and so on and so forth, correct?
They still have what? Say that again?
Yeah, those businesses.
No, actually, once you become if you're a member of parliament, you can continue your job. If you're a minister of the government, you're supposed to turn your firm over to somebody to run for you, and you're not supposed to be involved in the running of your firm. You're supposed to be 100% into the ministry. Back in the day, under the UBP government, the ministers weren't paid. So they used to get all kind of contracting. That's how they used to make their money. When Sir Lyndon took over, all ministers began to get a salary. So they had to give up their daytime job and become full-time ministers of the government.
But you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
I hear you, bro.
These guys, if they wanted to do things, they could have created constitutional reform and fixed the laws and all of that as such, right? But they don't want to do it. They making money off these things, man.
The lawyers now.
You understand? Most of our politicians is lawyers.
Okay.
Defense lawyers. They represent most of these criminals in the country before.
Okay.
You understand?
A lot
that's my point, yeah.
I got you.
All right, sir.
Thank you, brother. We can take a break. This is Talking Heads Thursdays with Pearly on Guardian Radio 96.9. When we come back, we can finish talking about this. Some interesting stuff.
Just because they were cheap, Keisha bought things that she really didn't want. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get the new Kentucky Crunch Sandwich with a juicy KFC chicken filet, fresh lettuce, and the perfect amount of mayo topped with a fluffy sesame seed bun for just $5.75. Order your new favorite sandwich online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value. It's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Foreign Currency brings you the African Giant, live in concert, Burna Boy. Burna Boy performing live Saturday, February 17th, taking place at Clifford Park with Burna Boy performing live. Also performing Rich Homie Quan. 38 Afri, Joe Capone, Banksivelli, Sky Tooth Band, Bloody, Fat Sean, Puzzle, Judah the Lion, and Jay Shepard. Hosted by Natural Empress, Rika C, Pencil, and Aaron Rain. Music by the country's top DJs, Overdose, DJ Tank, DJ Hennessy, DJ Mad Bull, AJ Unruly, DJ Melody, Spinning the Gate 2024. Saturday, February 17th at Clifford Park with Burna Boy. Get tickets now. This one is a must that you're there.
We're back. I can hear myself for a second. We're back. Talking Heads Thursday with Pearly here on Guardian Radio. Caller, you right here. Caller, go right ahead, bro.
Hey, Pearly, how you doing?
Thank God for life. What's up?
Anything good?
Ain't no use complaining. I mean, I'm concerned about my little country here. You know, yesterday.
What about you live in Chippenham? Standard Speech right there and Long Walk right there.
Yeah.
Salt water. Standard Speech here and Long Walk right there.
That's my hangout.
I can tell you about that.
Okay.
So I don't be sick later. Thank God for that.
I know what you mean.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
What happened at the Moses School? When they came out of the promised land?
Tell me.
Hey, Pearly?
Go ahead. I listening. I letting you do the talking.
See, I can tell you this. Joshua had to go and fight and kill and take people to the promised land, you know.
Uh-huh.
See, the Bahamas people never get no blessings until we retire all of Moses School. I mentioned Moses School.
I know what you mean.
Everybody who see score +1. Sparky and them, man. You know, they sit down and see people doing wrong and must say a word. But I only use Sparky as an example. Sparky's
right.
telling the truth.
The Sparky
speak the truth.
Yes.
I'm 52. See Alan Johnson. You know, but see, we need to get together and run this country. You know, I'm a real Bahamian. I'm a third generation Bahamian. My son's a fourth, my grandchildren are fifth.
Okay.
People be paying all the taxes. I read on magazine right now. They can't get CY5. BTC and Alliance support be fined $10 million right now for the bad. They come and use our force, you know. They get anything in the country free, you know.
I got you.
I just hope the Prime Minister don't lend a live money, not on a taxpayer's money.
I got you.
We need to get rid of 15,000 civil savings. They getting paid this money. The right man, all these guys ain't doing nothing, you know.
Okay.
They can't get no stuff in this country. No medicine in the hospital. People get homes to live. They ain't building houses. So man, I was talking, you know. This country, really, as I the words of civil war, you know.
You
and the real humans be watching, you know. Be watching.
Okay.
I'm trying to take my call, my brother.
Thank you. We don't need no civil war. We need peace in our society. And we gotta figure out how to get peace in this society. Because this crime is getting ridiculous. Pearly, what is your view on the death penalty? I'm asking this because death penalty is a punishment, not a preventable measure. You know, that's a good question for me. I have flip-flopped on that so many times. And in full disclosure, I can be honest with you. At one time, I say hang 'em high. And then I thought about it some more and I said, it's not it doesn't stop you, it's not a deterrent to crime. It is not a deterrent. I'm not going to get in a heated argument, not me. I'm just saying I in the proverbial sense. In an argument with somebody, and heated argument, pull out a gun and say, oh, you know what, they might hang me if I kill him. I don't know why thinking like that. Because I've seen friends who get really angry and start fighting and you talking to them and you reason them, they even ain't hearing you. So I don't know if it's a deterrent. And then I come back and say, hang 'em high again. I don't know if it works. And people tell me studies show that it does not deter murder. It's on the books. It's on the books. If it's on the books, let's fulfill the rules of the books. If you commit armed robbery, you get, 15 to whatever, or whatever the amount of crime. If you do this, get catch with a gun, minimum 2 years, blah, blah, blah. That on the books. And so we fulfilling that. Now, what we do is we lock you up in jail. We leave you there for years and years and years. Your mind tripping out whether you can get hanged or not. And then you come back and fight this and you let them out on the streets. I believe, until we look at changing the law, if we're going to do that, fine. I'm not going to fight that. If a man is convicted of murder on Monday morning, the next Monday, I reading you the death warrant. Let's expedite this appeal process. You see, because if I lock up I buy in time. I ain't appealing till the man tell me he can hang me. So if you don't announce that for 3-4 years, I'm not appealing till then. And then I start that long process of appeal. And then the Privy Council can sit there and say you've been there too long. Monday morning, you're convicted. The next Monday, let's start the process. Let's go through the process. The appeals, you get your court of appeal, then you go to the appeal again, then you go to the do all that. And wherever it lands, it lands. We have another caller there? Caller on there, how you doing? Don't listen to the radio, listen to your phone. How you doing?
Hey,
what's up, bro?
Tell me this. I know you used to say when you get catch with a gun and the bullets, you get a year for each bullet.
I'm not sure of the law. I know.
Yeah, one time ago they used to say that.
Okay.
They used to charge they would up.
But
they catch you with a bullet, you get charged for 1 year for each bullet.
Wow. Okay.
I try to remember with government, and then they said which one of the government used to say when you bring in the guns, they used to tell them bring in the guns and everything and all that. A lot of guys said scot-free or nothing. No.
I know back in the day, Bishop Hall led a crusade back. I think that might have been, I can't remember, maybe the late 80s. I don't quote.
No, man, I know.
It could be the 90s.
I remember that was a couple of years ago. I remember that. Because a lot of guns used to, some of the guys who inside in the area, and the bigger men, them who in society, who people respect and everything and all that, they used to go and get the gun and carry it to the police.
I know you're talking about, yeah. No need to call the name, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so I don't think they need to do that no more, man. That's negotiating with these criminals, man.
Well, do you let them keep the guns then?
No.
You don't know what the guns are.
You find out who get these guns and bring it, because that's what they do. You know what the guys used to do? Times they do all the murder and everything, they before they give their gun up. You know, to give a gun up for 10 murders on that early, what you think? And then they can go get a new one now with no fingerprints on it.
Okay, I hear that point.
You understand what I'm about?
But I would like to check some studies on that, because I know some other jurisdictions have done that, and find out if it really works. I think they did it in New York. I think they did it in LA. It might have been Detroit, I heard. I'm not sure, but I'm going to double check on that.
But Pearly, next thing too, you know where I think them guns coming from? Right from the Malaysian sloop, man. You believe? I think when they find them both, all right. Watch out. When they find them both, and all that, one is never say how much drugs underneath them both, and how much, because they be loaded down with all that planting and all that. Them things just be stashing them both.
Wow.
A lot of guns be in them Haitian sloop, but they never report that.
But you know,
with all the drugs and everything and all that.
But you know
they
something.
Don't report things, sir.
You know something. I hear you, but the Haitian sloops have been coming to the Bahamas for over 100 years. Coming into Inagua and trading, the Cuban boats coming into Inagua and trading, and that never was an issue then.
Yes, but for all this
time they've been doing.
Spent off one time ago. But now we don't spend off no more.
Point.
You understand what I'm about? So things change now.
Okay.
When people used to sell baggy cup and noodles, all this and that, back in the days now, we get other little sweet things we can sell now.
Okay.
So things change now. Big money inside that now. So, and then now, sizes now. Policing, running wild now.
Well, I hope the Defense Force, I hope the Harbor Patrol hearing this, and we need, and Customs, and they need to tighten up on checking these boats as they come into the Bahamas. I talk about strict tighten up. I hope so.
All right, then we can try anything. We try everything in the book, and it isn't happening. So they need to get back to the basic and start from the basic and start dealing with what they supposed to be dealing with long time and stop letting people get murder. You understand? The boat them coming in, they slide it in, and some of them park up at them 1 2 beach, everyone chill out, they suntanning on the boat, and no one coming to say who this is. But then that one us on the speedboat, you see them come flying at them the speedboat.
Yep.
You understand? They really need to take them both out the harbor, with sitting down with America, just give them and let them ride around.
And wake them.
If they don't burn, instead of burning all the gas in the police car, burn the gas in the boat.
I got
all right, see you later.
Thank you, brother. That's interesting. But it's amazing how the perception a lot of us have of what's going on in our country, and it's. Pearly, what is your view on the 3-strike law and privatization of prisons? I can tell you right now. Next text, agree the guns are coming in by boat and a lot of drugs. Okay. I think LA, Los Angeles has the 3 strikes. If you get 2 convictions and you get locked up for a 3rd time, that's you. I don't have a problem with it. I've never given it much thought. So I mean, if it's gonna make a man think about doing a crime again, you know you're out and you get 2 strikes, I don't have a problem with it. Now the privatization of the prisons to say what? To make it a bigger, better prison? To clean it up? To make it more aesthetically pleasing to the prisoners? I don't know. All I want those to know to be a proper prison facilities. What I would like to see is some rehabilitation programs that really work. That's what I would really like to see. We have another call on the line? Caller, what's up? Are you there? Or did you run away?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Percy, sorry I had to call back. I just listened to that caller
Uh-huh.
in regards to the guns.
Uh-huh.
So the guns coming with the Haitian sloops, right?
That's what he said, yes.
Listen, we don't have no gun factory in the Bahamas. They don't have no gun factory in Jamaica and in Haiti. The guns coming from, we know who got the gun factory. It's a big business. That's what I'm trying to point. The point is, I'm trying to say the truth of the matter is, it's a big business in the United States where little 8, 15-year-old little children walking around with assault weapons and tearing down schools with shooting 19 and 20 children and teachers right in America.
Yeah, guns are
it's
very
a big business.
Yeah, guns are very easy to get in the United States.
So they getting the guns, they bring it in through, they bring it in Jamaica right now. Did you hear the last thing the Prime Minister of Jamaica said they get ready to do?
Yeah, I heard what the Prime Minister said.
You hear what he said they could do with them fellas with guns?
His message has gone very viral, yes.
They got 19 gangs in Haiti alone going up against the government and closing down the airport. Where 19 gangs getting the guns from?
I got
the
you.
big business is America is making money off these guns that they bring to Jamaica, to Haiti, to the Bahamas, and they bringing it right in our doorstep. And then you stop the tourists start getting shoot down on Bay Street.
God forbid.
Get our government to stop their foolishness and listen.
God forbid. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you. I didn't want you to get an aneurysm on me. Thank you. And Sparky makes sense. I want you to know Sparky makes sense. The gun's coming in somewhere. Why is it so easy to get a gun? I could walk off this show right now. I could walk across the street and walk around there and ask around, and I'm sure I could get me a gun within the hour if I get the money. Don't call me, I don't know who got no gun. I say walk around and ask. I don't know who got gun over there. I just saying, I can walk around and ask, and I'm sure somebody can point me in the right direction. If I can do that, why others can't do that? Remember the shipping company they found Uncle Michael bringing in the guns? I don't remember that, but I don't remember, but I vaguely. But I don't want to condemn any shipping company. But it's easy to get a gun in this country, in this Nassau, Bahamas. That can't be right. Yeah, but I get so annoyed by stuff like this. I have a grandson. My grandson gonna be 6 next month. I want to see him when he turns 16. I want to see him when he graduates from university. Calling you on there.
Willie.
Hey.
What's happening, man?
Thank God for life, man.
Yeah. Now, we got to get serious with the guns. It seems like we can't stop it from coming in. No matter it's coming in.
I don't know if we could. We can slow it down if you can't stop it. Come on, man.
Right. Now, what we need to do is get serious with the sentencing with the gun.
So that 2-year minimum sentence for gun possession.
That ain't making no sense. And not only that, the fella get catch red-handed with the gun, and they still give him bail.
An ankle bracelet.
And yeah, that ain't making no sense.
Is the ankle bracelet thing working? I think it's a good idea. Is it working?
It may be working to a certain extent, but what I don't understand, you breached the law. I mean, when you start go on bail and you got ankle braces, it's an agreement between the court and you.
Yeah.
Fellas, them stay out late in the night and not no one time, couple of times.
You know what?
And then they fine them. Yeah. When you break the agreement with me and you, then you're supposed to go up.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I think we should do a site.
I let fun drunk what goes on around here. Because that don't make no sense. It's an agreement between me and you. The minute, you see, and all of this could stop the crime from happening.
Yeah.
You know, the fella break you, you get dead serious, and you say, listen, you going up. There ain't no fine for you. And not only 1, 2, 3 times. Couple of times. Fellas on murder charge and all.
Yeah. On more than one charge.
Yeah. And
I would like to see what percentage of these young men and women, because some women got it on too, are repeat offenders after they get the ankle bracelet on. Are they victims of crime or perpetrators of crime after? What percentage? And so that could give me an idea if that thing working, you know?
Yeah.
I think if all right, I live in Chippenham. Let's say I got a bracelet. I should be able to come out of Chippenham. And if I coming out of Chippenham, I should be able to know that I go into St. Francis, or I go into Super Value, or I go, or I go into the bank, or I go into the post office, places like that.
And if it ain't working, see what America does. Get the right one. Not because one of your boys and you give him the contract and Mason time. I remember a couple of years back, the fella been dead for a couple of days.
I heard
the bracelets on. I don't remember that.
I heard something like vaguely.
Yeah, man, they met the guy dead a couple of days and he had on ankle bracelet. So we got to get serious in carrying out our law. See, that's our problem, and that's why we in the mess what we in.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. The bail thing, the fella charged with murder, you giving him bail, then he come up, he get killed. That making us look like like the fella say, we live in a mass.
Yeah.
Why are you giving the fella bail for murder? He said at least been locked up for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And our count is up to 40 of them getting killed?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We got to get serious in carrying out our laws.
We do.
And don't throw your hand up in the air and say, oh, the PB Council ain't hanging no more. Then you do something. We have a Caribbean Court of Appeal,
And we also have a constitution that we can change.
And the Bahamas on that.
Yeah. We have a constitution that we can fix.
Thank you. Do something. Don't just throw your hand up. We put you all there to do something. Make this country better. Don't be complaining, but you can't do. Yes, you got. If you know something, let me say this, and I can end with this. I went into a wholesale place the other day, and they tell me I have to. I want one wholesale article, and it only comes about $44. And they told me, they said, listen, you got to spend $100.
Wow.
I say, why I got to spend $100? I only want this. Well, that's our new rule. This was like early in January.
Okay.
Now, I heard some people been on the consumer protection or whatever it is. I tried to get on, but anyhow, I didn't get on. I called it late anyway, so I didn't get on. But they left the number, and I called them. When I told the consumer protection that, the fella asked me 3 times, you sure that's what they I said, yes, sir. Yep. And they had to sign a big time wholesale place. He said, no, that's against the law.
That is against the law.
You know? Okay. And so he said he could follow it up, but nobody did nothing. If I didn't go in and made a complaint, and that would have been going on. You have to spend $100 in order to buy some. So if I want a case of juice, I had to buy a case of juice and maybe a case of corned beef. That comes over $100.
That don't make sense.
That's what they tell me, but they tell us against the law.
Okay.
But anyway,
all right, brother.
Take care, man.
Take care. Just before I go, I just want to say this. Many of us in this industry have started out at other places. The Broadcasting Corporation, other places. And we've met a lot of icons in the media business. And this past week, we lost 2. 2 good friends to me, and 2 people who have taught me a lot about the radio business. The first is Robert Bussy Gardner, engineer extraordinaire, one of the best the business ever had. Bussy would drive me nuts. I used to be his boss. He'd drive me nuts because Bussy would show up to the church service for 10 o'clock, 5 to 10 or 10 to 10, and still get that church on 10 o'clock. Bussy can get on. Don't worry. And the next person we lost was a brother I respected as a child, listening to him on radio and got a chance to work with him for a short period of time, Hubert Gibson. We've lost two icons. Hubert and I worked together in another place. And he'd call me and say, Thompson, come here. Name that tune. And he'd put on an old school and play couple, and I guessed it. And we had a game of that almost on a daily basis. So I just want to say to the family of Bussy Garden and Hubert G, my condolences on behalf of my good friend Naughty, myself and my family. Two great men we've lost. May their souls rest in peace. And may they shine in glory one day. Thank you so much for this first hour. We can take a break, we have the news, and when we come back, we can talk a little bit of sports. This has been Talking Heads Thursday with Pearlie on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. God bless you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Just because they were on sale, Max bought things that he and his friend really didn't need. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get a KFC 6-piece value deal with 6 pieces of juicy fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for only $20. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. Nobody does value like KFC, and it's finger-licking good.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356-7764.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Hi, everyone, Dazzy here. Listen, after 50 years of independence, to be a Bahamian in today's world also carries with it the responsibility of global citizenship. Tune in and sit with me. We'll discuss international news, finance, economics, pop culture, and trends that affect us as Bahamians not only locally, but also our contributions and opportunities beyond the rock. Beyond the Rock with your host, Dazzy, begins January 16th, 6:30 to 7:30, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Good afternoon, good day. We're back. Talking Heads Thursdays with Pearly on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. You know, fill in every Thursday for Naughty. So happy to be here with you. Sports time. So what's happening, everybody? My Lakers win last night. Naughty don't like that, but the Lakers won. Let's get right to it. The first thing we do, and everybody's want to know when we can do this. Today in Sports History, brought to you by Naughty Johnny. Today is Thursday, January 18th, 2024. On this day in sports history in 1886, the Hockey Association was formed in England. This date is the birth date of modern field hockey. In 1951, the NFL passed a rule that said that a tackle, guard, or center was not able to catch a forward pass. In 1958, Willie O'Ree made his NHL debut with the Boston Bruins. He was the first black player to enter the league. In 1967, the NHL held the All-Star Game at midseason for the first time. In 1969, Ted Williams was appointed manager of the Washington Senators. In 1976, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Dallas Cowboys 21-17 in Super Bowl X. The CBS telecast was viewed by an estimated 80 million people. I was at that game. In 1985, Mary Decker broke a world indoor record when she ran the women's 200-meter race in just 5 minutes and 34.2 seconds. In 1996, baseball owners unanimously approved interleague play in 1997. In 1998, the Boston Celtics retired Robert Parrish number 00. In 2002, two NHL records held by Bobby Hull were broken in a game between the Detroit Red Wings and the Washington Capitals. Luc Robitaille scored his 611th career goal, and Brett Hull scored his 99th game-winning goal. Robitaille's goal gave him the most goals of any left wing in NHL history and 10th place on the career NHL goal list. Brett Hull's goal moved him into 3rd place on the game-winning goal list. Bobby Hull, Brett Hull's son. Sports quote, "If I'm hitting, I can hit anyone. If not, my 12-year-old son can get me out." Willie Stargell of the Pittsburgh Pirates, outfielder and later first baseman. Yeah, Willie, my dad was a big Pirate fan. 79 World Series champs. We are family. That was their thing. What's happening in the sports? In the back page of our Guardian. Strachan has high hopes for 2024. Bahamian javelin thrower looking to balance back strong from injured season. I met him. He's a good kid. Hunter Starr experienced action in the NCAA. And boxing community calls for the recognition of Obed, Elijah Obed, our first world champion, one of our greatest boxers of all time. Yes, we need to do something. We need to remember Brother Ferguson, Elijah Obed. He was I remember him when he won the championship. I remember when he did an exhibition thing with Muhammad Ali at the Sports Center. I was able to be there for that. Yeah, we need to, and I support that 152,000%. I did have one text I didn't read. Pearly, our government officials ain't making no sense. They are waiting until the mass spill into our tourism or some government official get hurt. Then something will be done. I promise you, the person I don't read all the texts I read it, right? Yeah, Lakers won last night. Look good too, you know. Look real good. D'Angelo Russell played great. Of course, AD's having a really good. He's having an MVP season. But you know the numbers. When I say the numbers, the popularity numbers on there for Embiid and Djokovic, we'll probably beat him out on it unless he really go off some more. But he's really keeping the Lakers in it. Was able to beat the Dallas Mavericks with Dorian, whatever his name is. I always get his name, Jovic, and with Kyrie. Look good. LeBron played well. AD played well. Austin Reeves did a good job. But the problem is the bench scored 90% of the points. I mean, the starting five scored 90%. Sorry, the starting five scored 90% of the points. That's scary. That is scary. So, and Naughty said he's made reference to that already. You know, this team. You got to call him, Mr. Producer. This team. Hold on, caller. Coming to you right now, caller. This team cannot win if his bench can't score. 90% of your scoring came, and probably 88 to 90% was real high up there. Of yours, 90 points at 101 points. When I saw the last graphic on it, 90 points of the 101 points at that point was scored by the starting lineup. So some more points were scored by the bench because they put the bench on, it was blowing them out. Wow. Callie on there.
Question.
Yes.
How many times you going to say that, like, how many times are you going to sit in Liga Smith?
150 times until I annoy you to the hilts.
No, I trying to make Naughty feel good.
No, I trying to make Naughty. Why are you trying to make Naughty feel good?
No, I trying to make Naughty feel good.
Why are you trying to make Naughty feel good and I rubbing this thing in? Whose side you on? Whose side you on?
Naughty side, boy. I got Naughty side.
I got you.
Yeah, I got to have my boy back.
I got you. Okay, no problem. None whatsoever.
Okay, pretty.
Take care, my brother. Have a great day, all right? Let me get this next caller. Got another call on the line? Or are you talking to me? Call you there?
Yeah, what's going on, Freddie?
Hey, don't listen to the phone, son. You know better than that. And don't listen to the radio. Listen to your phone. What's happening, Naughty?
Yeah, I'm all good. I just want to, I don't know what that caller previously had my back on, but I appreciate it. But
Hey, I was rubbing that the Lakers won last night. He said that about 10 times, and he asked me how much times I can say that. He don't want to hear that because you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no, I don't mind the Lakers winning. Did the Lakers bench score any points?
The point I made, when I saw a graphic, 90 points of the 101 points at that time was scored by the starting five, which is D'Angelo, Reeves, LeBron, AD, and I think the next person was Prince.
Yeah, it was light in the loafers as far as the bench goes for the Lakers.
Yeah.
And that's how it's been the last couple of games.
But there's a lot of talk about some moves. I heard something that I said, if this happened, Naughty would do backflips off the Paradise Island Bridge, but talking about trading LeBron to Dallas.
Yes, please, Jesus, from your mouth to God's ear.
I couldn't stop. That one choked me up. I couldn't stop laughing at that. But they said highly unlikely. Most likely, he may opt out of his last year of contract and then go sign with them next year.
Please, Father God, Daddy of baby Jesus, make that happen, please.
Well, we'll see what happens. Naughty.
Yeah.
You ain't just call up Slack. I let the people, I asked you to call because I couldn't wait till tomorrow to talk about this. And I really need to get your feeling on this. I told you yesterday, Troy Aikman said that McCarthy was going nowhere when it comes to Dallas. And by the way, Rich Eisen can give you reasons why Dallas signed McCarthy back. So that's who's talking to us later today. But I want your views on it. McCarthy back to Dallas. That means Doc is back.
All right. You want me to give you my Naughty opinion?
I want Naughty's opinion. Then you can give me the official thing opinion.
I am tired of seeing this Dawn rerun. I'm tired of seeing this movie.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired of going 12-5 and losing in the first round or the divisional round or the first round of the playoffs. And then if you go back to Jason Garrett time, I'm tired of saying this. Win the division, don't make the playoffs. Win the division, don't make the playoffs. Win the division, make the playoffs as a wild card. No. Much to do about nothing. So I'm taking up golf. And I'm going to golf all the way through the football season. If I come home and I hear the Cowboys win, good. If I hear they lose, good. I am not emotionally involved.
Lord.
It has become a loveless marriage. And it's going to be that way for a year.
So Naughty.
Why? And let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Gary is smart. Gary's a very smart dude. You don't turn $700 million into $3 billion by not being smart.
Okay.
Next year, McCarthy's contract is up. Next year, Doc's contract is up. Jerry going to give him one more run at it since the players, and this is the only reason why, I'm taking myself out of upset, disgruntled, long-time Cowboy fans, and saying one thing. If the players are lobbying for Doc
and the players are lobbying for McCarthy to a man, give them a chance to rectify the wrong.
Okay.
I don't mind it being one chance because it is only one chance. McCarthy's contract is up and Dak's contract is up. If it goes the way you need it to go, you can extend both. If it goes the other way, you don't have to extend nothing. Dak and McCarthy, they go to the door and you start the process all over again.
But let me ask you this now, because early in the year we were talking about, somebody might want to grab Don Quinn, but I'm not hearing anybody talking to Don Quinn. I'm hearing
he's making the rounds now. He interviewed already with the Panthers and with the Titans. He's going to also interview with the Seattle Seahawks, the Washington Commanders, and one more team.
Yeah, but I also know that the Seattle and Washington talking to Vrabel as well. The coordinator from, I think, somewhere talking to someone else as well. There's a bunch of different people talking.
Now remember, Jerry pays Dan Quinn head coach money to be the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
So if there's nothing out there that's palatable to Dan, he'll go right back to Dallas and do it all over again.
Is it palatable to Don or palatable to the people out there who signing contracts?
Boy, I don't know. If he comes back, obviously he'll have one more year left on the deal. He'll have to prove it himself.
Okay, because we know that Belichick having a second interview with the Falcons. We know the Falcons talking to Vrabel, along with the Seahawks talking to Vrabel as well. We know the Commanders interviewing the Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris.
But listen, check this out. The Falcons are going to give Belichick carte blanche.
Yeah, that's what he wants. That's it. He ain't gonna take a contract unless he got.
Guess what? I don't trust Belichick. He gets 15 and passes Shula, then he mails it in.
I think he just want 1 year to pass. What he got to be 15, so he needs this 2 years to pass Shula.
If we don't get Vrabel, that's fine. Because next year, if it goes wrong, there'll be a ton of hot shot coordinators on the market for Jared to choose from.
Oh yeah. Because the Chargers after Vrabel as well. I see Kingsbury, the former Cardinals head coach, is talking to the Bears.
That's all right. He's just getting his name out there. That's one of them names to look for in Dallas next year if it doesn't go right. Kingsbury to take 1 more year off, vacation somewhere luxuriously like he did the last go-around. And he can come back and he might be something for a Trey Lance if Dallas goes that route with a new quarterback. He specializes in the run and shoot kind of quarterback. Look what he did with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So
sure did. Because, a lot of people are saying that, and I said that, and this is what Troy Aikman said, and said there's a lot of people are saying Dallas just didn't want to start over this year.
No, I think they have a good enough team that they can run it back one more time, but they got to make sure the head coach's head is out of his rear end, and we should be all right.
Not only that, I think you need the bigger in your middle of your defensive line. You need some.
No, but I can say this to my good friend Arvin Butler, Hog Moley. You need some Hog Moleys on the defensive line, a la Russell Maryland back in the day. Big 300 and some, pound run stoppers in the middle that'll free up Micah and other guys to get to the quarterback.
Yep.
And you need some more retooling of the offensive line. You need to look in the second and the third round at the best player available right there on the offensive line and go ahead and grab them.
Okay. All right.
And then obviously you look for your running back. You can either go free agency running back. You could get Derrick Henry and maybe Tony Pollard to running back for $12 million, $6 million each.
Right.
Or 7 and 5. Because I don't think neither of them are going to get double-digit figures for a salary anymore. One, because they're long in the tooth, and two, because one's not an every down back. So there's potential out there. You could go via the draft for running back, because even though it's not a deep draft, there's some quality backs there, especially homeboy from Florida State.
Yeah, the kid from Georgia as well.
So there's a lot to go with, but as it stands right now, if Jerry them keep doing fool and Jeannie Buss them keep doing fool, call me the Bahamian C.T. Rodriguez / Potcake Woods. I'm on the golf links, baby.
So let me ask you this question. You're now in self-imposed exile from your Lakers and self-imposed exile from your Cowboys.
No, I ain't self-imposed exile with my Cowboys yet. I'm very vexed. I'm sleeping in separate bedrooms with them. But I'm not in total exile yet.
So what about your Yankees?
What about the Yankees?
You didn't check for them too much last year. You got disgusted with them last year.
No.
You have high hopes for them this year?
They breaking out the checkbook and they shopping on a budget. I like it. I like some of the things they do it.
Uh-huh.
So they let it play out.
Are we
Listen, speaking of the Yankees, man, you know, little side note right here, man. It's been a year that we lost my good friend, Frankie the Yankee Simmons.
Yes.
Great coach.
Yes.
Great husband. Great father.
Friend.
Great human being, man. You
Great
know,
friend.
I miss him immensely. I miss hearing him call the show and talk Yankees baseball.
Yes.
I miss coaching with him. I miss the life lessons and the insight that he imparted on me, man. So I just like to send my love and my thoughts and my prayers out to his wife, Shy, his son, Devin, and the whole family, man.
Yeah.
I miss him like crazy, man. And that's coming in not just from me and my family and my boys, but a whole bunch of 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds who we made an everlasting impression on over the last couple of years.
Uh-huh.
And a couple of big dudes who we know.
Yep.
You know, Josh Chisholm,
Yes.
Todd Isaac,
Yes.
Lucius Falk, those
Yes.
guys, our
Yes.
boys, our known big guys.
Yes.
So, you know, he's a real special individual, and we miss him. And I just thought I'd take the time out. Great segue when you brought up the Yankees.
That's my plan.
And somehow I know Frankie the Yankee going to pull some strings this year. There's nothing more he would like to see us on a budget beat a big $700 billion, you know, payroll.
But I think two things we need to do in his honor. I think the Dodgers are in Yankee Stadium this season, so we should really plan to make that happen this year. Now, we talked about it.
I think we need to go to the Big Apple, take a bite out of the apple, and watch that series. I'm with you on that, Pearly.
We've been talking about it. We really got to make it happen, you know?
We need to make it a promotion, take some lucky listeners with us, too.
Hey, let's do it. Let's sit down and make that thing happen.
All right, well, listen, I'm off now. You know, the big guys back in action doing big things. And one thing I got to commend JBLN and Freedom Farm on, they got the senior boys playing 2 ways at the National Stadium, interleague play, so they got a lot of extra games.
Okay.
And, you know, big stat boy doing this thing on first base and slapping it around like Kirby Puckett and Tony Gwynn.
Okay,
So,
okay.
we off to baseball in a bit.
And how's my future Dodgers starting ace pitcher doing?
Oh, he's doing fine. He's doing good. He did well in his preseason opener.
Okay.
Got a nice 2 innings and got out of there with no harm, no foul. And looking forward to the season opening on Saturday, and then playing next Saturday the first game.
So season opens on Saturday for both JBL and Freedom Farm, or that's JBLN?
Both leagues opening on the weekend.
Okay, both leagues open on the weekend.
Let's play ball.
Let's play ball. So people, you know, one of the things I've learned is my boys played and had a couple of young boys who I had there playing at both Freedom Farm and JBL. Check them out. We got some talented young men in this country, and some young men coming up. All right, so, you know, I always remember the day when I saw Anthony as a little shortstop, little boy. And look at him now. Great ball player.
And listen, all what you're saying is absolute facts, but I will tell you that Star Boy wants to let you know that don't believe the hype. Baltimore going to take care of the Texans this weekend, 34-27.
Actually, for Stat Boy's edification, I'm going with Baltimore all the way to Super Bowl.
There you go. He's giving you the thumbs up right now.
I'm going with Baltimore. I like what Baltimore's doing. I think that they're bad. I think they're the best team in football, and I really think that this is Lamar Jackson. He deserves this. Remember, somebody's talking today.
Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. I like the 49ers and the Lions in the NFC Championship game. And I'll tell you next week who wins them both.
Okay, but I would say this much. A lot of people are talking about how and I remember this, how people tried to dissuade Lamar Jackson from being a quarterback, tried to get him to be a wide receiver, tried to get him to be a running back. And he held his ground and fought and said, I'm a quarterback and I'm going to play quarterback. And then a lot of people condemn him for being his own agent. The brother got $262 million. Tell me he can't be his own. He could be my agent.
Right.
You know, so I'm excited about it. I think my pick is Baltimore all the way, but I'll tell you who win the other games when we talk again.
All right, man. Be safe, Freddie. Let me get up, and make sure I stop where you need to be. And you're doing a good job as always, man. I appreciate you always holding it down on Thursday, making it happen, man.
I appreciate you giving me this opportunity, my brother. I really do. Thank you so much.
So, man, listen, I kind of do it, but I only second when something wrong, you can fill in, man. If you good enough to hold it down for me, then you good enough to at least do a day a week and, express yourself in your own right.
Amen, I say. Amen. Thank you, my brother.
All right, my brother.
Give my best to MJ. Give my best to MJ. Tell the boys keep trucking.
I shall, man. And all the best to you and yours, man.
All right. Hey, and come get your T-shirt, yeah?
Yes, I shall.
All right. Let's, Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more sports. We get into the picks. And then we hear Rich Eisen, who's going to talk about why he feels that Dallas kept McCarthy and how he feels the playoffs will go this weekend. This is Pearly, Talking Heads Thursday. We'll be right back.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. With the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card, you're cleared for takeoff to a world of incredible benefits and perks. Use your card and earn up to 2 times TrueBlue points on everyday purchases. Get your first check back free and travel to your next vacation faster. Apply for the JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card today at CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
We're back. Talking sports, talking heads with Naughty. This is Pearly filling in for Naughty today. That's a good little conversation. And Naughty and I spoke about that earlier this morning. We talk almost every day. Naughty's talk a lot, I just thought about that. Anyway, we spoke earlier today, and I started teasing him about going in self-imposed exile. I said, you know what? We can't talk about this tomorrow because something else can happen today in sports that we need to talk about. So call the show. Let's talk a little bit about your Dallas Cowboys. And I hope it helps some other you out there who worried about your team. I'm more worried about my Dolphins and all that money be over our side. We got $42 million. So they're talking about cutting Xavier Howard, talking about cutting Egbar, and talking about cutting Armstead. If we cut those three, that would probably give us about 60-some million. They'll cut us to be like about 10 or 15 million or so under the cap. And then when you throw it, and then that'll give us money so we can sign some other people. We got to sign Christian Wilkinson. Now, understand, you've got what has to happen in March. By March, you got to get the NFL year begins March 1. So you got to be able to when March 1 starts, you got to be under the salary cap. But then again, in June, you could do some other things as well that takes you further under the cap. So it's going to be tight for Miami in terms of, don't look for no super big name player coming to Miami this year because they ain't going to happen. Look for some good role players. If we go ahead and cut Xavier Howard, and a lot of people, you cut us the Super. No, the brother didn't give us a whole year yet in the last 3 years. I don't think he gave us 10 games yet in each season in the last 3 years. Same thing with Agbar. Agbar, we give him $20 million a year. And this brother, he had 5.5 sacks this year. But that's because some people he ended up playing a little more time. But he couldn't even get on the field because by the time Chubb and Van Ginkel, and Javon Holland and Chubb are the two main edge rushers, he was number 3. You can't pay your number 3 edge rusher $20 million a year. That don't make no sense. When you can take the money and you could pay another young fella who up and coming, then you got some young studs coming out of college. So that ain't gonna fit like that. So I think they're gonna be the 3 key moves that you'll see your Dolphins make, Dolphin fans out there. You're gonna see Xavier Howard cut. And I'm predicting this, and this can happen. You can see Xavier Howard cut because he's getting 20-some million a year as well. And so to cut him will probably save the Dolphins about $14 million. And then you get Agbar, and then You gotta if Armstead says he's gonna retire, then it's time you should cut him. Cut him so you can save that money. Because if he retires, the money goes on as dead money. You get close to 15 million as dead money. Then that push that you up to 50-some million over the cap. So if he's gonna come and say I'm retiring, then it makes sense for the Dolphins to cut him. And what it does is you have like $4 million of dead money. If they wait till June to cut him, it'll be $2 million of dead money. However, then they have to cut someone else to get under the cap in March. So I'd much rather eat that extra $2 million and cut him. So Agba, Armstead, and Xavier Howard. Watch those three. Let's pay attention over the next few weeks. Probably right after the Super Bowl. You'll see them getting cut. It has to be done before March 1. Howard is one of my favorite Dolphins, but it is a business. And you need some other players there. And if Howard ain't playing, then you got to find yourself a stud cornerback at less money that you can use. Or a veteran cornerback, and draft a cornerback and coach up the cornerback. You got some good rookie cornerbacks this year. So if you find the right one, you'll be all right. And then you can take it from there. So let's see what happens there. The coaching carousel is moving along right now. Yeah, Belichick is right now having a second interview with Atlanta. I think he's going to end up there. My son is a huge Atlanta Falcon fan, so I think he'd like that. I never liked Belichick, so I ain't no big fan. I got out my division. But he's done some things. I see him take some players that you thought was nothing and brother turn them around into all-stars, into Pro Bowlers. So anything is possible there. I think it'll be good for Atlanta. Atlanta's just about there, you know. Need a quarterback. But Atlanta's just about there. They got the person. They got some talent on that team. And they're able to get the right quarterback and the right coach, Atlanta could win that South. The South ain't hard to win. Right now, it ain't hard to win. So if he could improve Atlanta by 2 or 3 games, they'll be in the division. And then move him up. And then, you know, he's anxious to prove to the world that it wasn't Tom Brady. Now, I think it was Tom Brady because I ain't seen him do nothing since Tom Brady gone. But we'll see. We'll see. Because everybody thought Matt Jones was the second coming of Brady. Ha! Ha, ha, ha. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We can get to the picks in a minute. And then we got Rich Isons who's going to talk about his reasoning as to why Dallas kept McCarthy. And I think you'll find it kind of interesting. My rationale ain't too far, but I would give him the one last run. He only got 1 more year left on his contract. Give him the last run. Boy, but I tell you one thing. I would love to hear Naughty talk if Dallas go to the Super Bowl. I think even if they make it to the NFC Championship, will be some satisfaction there. Because it shows you moving in the right direction. You could get to that. But this one and done ain't working for them. It's not working for them. This one and done ain't working. And I understand that. Mind you, I hope my Dolphins do better next year in terms of moving on. You know, when I hear people get rid of Tua, you get rid of Tua, we starting over. We moving backwards. Because Kirk Cousins ain't going to be the man. And I really believe Tua is the answer for Miami. I really believe that. I honestly believe Tua is the answer for Miami. See, we look at Mahomes, we look at Stroud, we look at Josh Allen. Oh, no, we got more talent around our quarterback than they do. We just need to get protection. If Tua sitting in that pocket, he'll pick you 2 pieces. He gets rid of the ball in 2.5 to 2.8 seconds, which is good. But if you got to get rid of it in 1.9 to 2.1 seconds, that's not good. That's rushing the ball. That's having to make the decision a lot quicker. You can't get through progressions, all that. And 2.5 seconds sound like a little bit of time, but that's plenty of time in terms of in the NFL world. Got to be able to look and see first, second, and third progressions. You know, this is my first choice. He open a second, he open third, and look around. Got to be able to do that. So the Dolphins need to improve on their offensive line. We need to draft a center. Yes, Connor Williams will be back, and he'll be all right, but we need a backup. We need a left tackle. And a right tackle. I'm good with the right guard and the left tackle and the right tackle. I think they'll be all right. But I like to see some improvements there. I think we need a better slot. We see Barrios. He got Wilson tried. I don't know. You take that pressure off Hill and Waddle. You got to have that third option to take that pressure off. I think we need a tight end who can catch the ball consistently. Love to have a Gronk type tight end there. You know when you got a Gronk or a Kittles type tight end in Miami? Oh my goodness. But our season is over. Others are playing. We'll talk. Naughty and I will talk tomorrow about our picks for the thing. But I'll let you know. Full disclosure, I'm going Baltimore all the way. So whoever Baltimore playing, you know, I pulling for them. I picking them to win. You know that. Get that straight. Get it in your head right now and understand that from Burley. But outside of that, I'm now focusing on, you know, if those of you watching me on Facebook, you see I all Dodger up. I'm excited about. I can't wait for spring training to start in less than a month. In about a month. I can't wait for the first game in Seoul, South Korea. The Dodgers are going to play 2 Korean teams, a Korean all-star team, and then we're going to play the Padres. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about seeing that happen and getting some games in there. I'm excited to see Mookie Betts on second base full time. I'm excited about bringing Hernandez in. We got the kid some funny Tarasio or Tacario or something they pronounce it. I can get it right before the season starts. Trust me on that. Our new left fielder hit 26 home runs last year on a down year. He believes that the Dodgers can make him a better player. They asked him, why you came to LA? Because I want to win. And I believe the Dodgers is my best chance to win. Took a 1-year, $23 million contract to prove himself. I'm looking for 30 home runs. I'm happy Mark Muncy is going to... And, Chris Taylor says he feels as close to 100... He feels 100% better than he's ever felt in the last few years. Chris Taylor has been a clutch ball player, clutch defender for the Dodgers, but has been hurt the last 2 years and not giving us good numbers. So I'm happy that he's healthy. Mark Muncy has gotten some rest. Gavin Lux is who I'm concerned about. You know, he had the bad knee injury beginning in the preseason, in spring training. So good to see him back. Walker Buehler will be back. He may not be back till June. That's fine. That's fine. Kershaw is up in the air. Texas is courting him. Even if Kershaw comes back, it won't be till the All-Star break because he's coming off an injury, which is fine. That's fine. Which actually puts a hole in the Dodgers starting. We need a left-hand pitcher. Who you going to get? I like the kid out of the Marlins, Luciano or something like that. Luciano or something like that. Good left-hand pitcher, 26 years old, got 3 more years under his contract with Marlins. It could take some prospects to get him. I can see the Dodgers giving up Miguel Vargas and probably the catcher Callejas or something like that. Callejas, something like that. I messed these brothers' name up really bad today. And a couple of other players, maybe a couple of pitchers. But the Dodgers farm system deep, real deep. We just signed 19, was it 19? Yeah, I think 14, was it 14 or 19? No, we signed 19 international players. Stud shortstop. We signed, I think he's out of the DR. So the Dodgers farm system deep. So we could send some players around. I'd hate to lose Miguel Vargas because I think he has a bright future. He actually was in the Bahamas, you know. He trained in the Bahamas for a couple of years. When he defected out of Cuba. So I think he's got a relationship with the D-Max crew, with Brother Sands them. But he has a lot of promise. I'd hate to see him leave the Dodgers, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to get the players you need there. I'm anxious. I'm really anxious with all this stuff. Let's get to the picks. See what's going on. My girl Angel Reese playing tonight. The LSU playing tonight. I'm excited about it. I love watching. For some reason, I've got into women basketball more so than NCAA basketball. It's be fun, and you know, I kind of watch Iowa, South Carolina, and LSU. They're the 3 teams I watch. They're the 3 teams I like. Ole Miss got a pretty good team too. Lakers won last night. Let's go quickly. Lakers beat the Mavericks 127-110. Timberwolves beat the Pistons. The Bucks lost bad last night by 40 to the Cavaliers. Bucks can't play no defense. I think I could put 1-5 together and beat them. They ain't gonna stop us. The Knicks last night. The Toronto beat the Heat last night. mystery. Celtics win last night. Celtics, I think, is the best team in basketball for now. Hawks won last night. Pelicans won last night. They beat the Hornets. Trailblazers beat the Nets. And Golden State Jazz game is postponed. That game is going to be postponed again today. Golden State's assistant coach, 46-year-old, dropped down with a heart attack. Team is devastated. Really likable guy. European guy. Works well with the big players, the big men. Was key to bring in, I think, was it Djokovic? Or the kid out of Dallas, I think. So they're going to postpone that game again today. Oh, to the texter, which team is the better team, the Lakers or the Clippers? At this point, in record-wise, the Clippers is the better team. But LA is Laker town. Let's get that in your head. They play the Clippers, I think, tomorrow night. And, it's considered an away game. It's considered an away game. Not tomorrow night. They got the Nets tomorrow night. They got the Clippers coming up. I thought that. Oh, the Clippers on the 23rd, and that's the Clippers game. That's going to be considered a away game, but that's a home game. Be probably more Laker fans than Clipper fans. I get the picks out of the way. The Washington Wizards at the Knicks. Knicks 12.5 favorite. I take the Knicks under points. The Raptors are hosting the Bills 2.5. Ooh, that's a tight one. I'll take the Raptors. I'll take the Raptors in the points. Oklahoma Thunder 3.5 over the Jazz. I like the Thunder and the points. Minnesota over the Grizzlies 12.5. I'll go to money line with Minnesota. Sacramento Kings 7.5 over the Pacers. Pacers just picked up a new player. I can stay away from that. I can go with the Kings on the money line, but I can stay away from the points. Then you got a bunch of college games tonight, and of course my girlfriend Angel Reese is playing tonight. LSU is at Alabama, 9 o'clock. Of course, I'm picking LSU. So that's it. We're going to take our break. When we come back, Rich Eisen will give us a little longer talk than normal in reference to why McCarthy, the Dallas Cowboys kept McCarthy, and talk a little bit about the Green Bay-San Francisco game. It's been fun today. Thank you so much for giving me your time, the calls, the texts. It's been a great day. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Please stay safe, my people. I'll be talking to you soon again. This is Pearly, Talking Heads Thursdays, Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm out.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. With the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card, you're cleared for takeoff to a world of incredible benefits and perks. Use your card and earn up to 2 times True Blue points on everyday purchases. Get your first check back free and travel to your next vacation faster. Apply for the JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card today at CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue.
The Dallas Cowboys, I told y'all, I love being right. The Dallas Cowboys, I told y'all, I love being right. I told you Jerry Jones wasn't going to do anything. And I'll tell you right now, Jeff Lurie's not going to do anything either.
Then they're never going to win.
That's one way to look at it.
Like, be happy with losing.
That's one way to look at it. There's other ways to look at it. And in terms of the Dallas Cowboys, the famed GIF or GIF? What is it? It's GIF, right? GIF. The famed.
It's not a Girage.
Okay. That you see on Twitter, the Alonzo Mourning. It's one of the most famously used GIFs out there.
And I probably use that 1,000 times.
Where he's staring like something bad is happening, right, to the Miami Heat. And he's staring out into the abyss, shaking his head, and then something pops in his head, and he's like, no, just that may be right after all. That's the Dallas Cowboys. That GIF is the Dallas Cowboys. For instance, shaking your head, I cannot believe we won 12 games again and never made the conference championship game. As a matter of fact, we're the first team, according to ESPN Stats and Info, to win 12 games at least in 3 straight years and never make the conference championship.
Really long head shake.
Then the head shake.
I guess.
Oh, we did win 12 games, 3 straight years. We did win the NFC East. Here's another one. Here's another one. Man, I cannot believe Dak looked like that in the playoffs. Well, he was
so terrible.
He could be winning the MVP this year anyway.
He's never played before.
I got another one for you. I mean, we led the league in points this year. Can't believe we lost that playoff game. Well, led the league in points this year. See what I'm saying? There's lots of head shakes, and then there's the head nod.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McCarthy's just never going to win a championship. He did win one in his 5th year in Green Bay, and next year would kind of be year 5 coming up. Dallas Cowboys kept Mike McCarthy. I told you all they were going to do it because he did do enough for Jerry Jones to sit there and go, if I fire him, I've got to go into the mosh pit with the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm behind the 8 ball. All these teams have already gotten through a handful of head coaching candidates and interviews. I'm not going to put myself in that mix, am I? If I fire my coach, I also fire the play caller. And you're shaking your head and you're like, if I fire the coach, I'm firing the play caller. And then you shake your head. Well, we did have the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL this year. Man, if I fire this guy, this is the guy who hardly seemed to be able to get CeeDee Lamb the ball in the playoffs, even though I know we did, get 9 catches for 100 yards from him, and he is the offensive player of the year potential. It's just nonstop shaking your head over what it is, and then when it all comes down to it, Jerry nodded his head and goes, I got a coach here, won 12 games 3 straight years, and I got a guy who coached and called the plays way better than Kellen Moore did. Facts. Those are facts. And the fact is, he didn't want to go ahead and pull the trigger on Mike McCarthy and his play caller and start the process again. He doesn't want to do it. And everybody thinks Jerry Jones is just a shoot from the hip guy or what? Shoot first and ask questions later type guy. Because unfortunately for you, TJ, in his Hall of Fame career, the coach who he didn't have patience with the coach who he should have kept figuring out how to make it work with, the coach he then fired way too soon, was the best one you've ever had in terms of putting trophies in the case and creating an identity. Now, you could say you also had the greatest running back of all time behind, one of the best quarterbacks the Cowboys have ever had, and best wide receivers the Cowboys have ever had.
Oh, that helped.
And best defense and offensive line, and there is a roster there, but this roster is no slouch either. That's the problem, is he fired the wrong one and has held onto for way too long some of the wrong ones. And the question is, Mike McCarthy one of the right ones or one of the wrong ones? And there's that Alonzo Mourning gif again. You're shaking your head. The 3 straight playoff losses. I mean, what the hell was that last play for Ezekiel Elliott after we couldn't get a snap off in the previous playoff loss? And then this one, the youngest playoff team in the history of the playoffs comes in and blows the doors off us after another 12-win season, and we finally got 2 home games in our back pocket to try and get to the NFC Championship game for the first time in 28 years. And we not only do we not, but we also have one of the best home records in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, and came up with an absurd number of blowout wins, 8 of them, 20 or more, and we're one of only 4 teams to ever do such a thing in a home season in the history of the NFL, and we're the only ones to not make the Super Bowl. And we don't even get out of the wild card round. Head shake. Nod your head, Mo. According to the statement, Jerry Jones, quote, Mike has the highest regular season winning percentage of any head coach in Cowboys history, and we will dedicate ourselves in partnership with him to translating that into reaching our postseason goals. Certainly, Mike's career has demonstrated postseason success at a high level, and we have great confidence that that can continue. Called the Sunday loss shared by everyone here. Not just Coach McCarthy. Our players, our coaches, our front office, and myself. There is accountability for our results. I am accountable for our results. The only thing is Jerry can't be fired. The coach can be. So anybody who's asking me, what do I think of this? I'm shaking my head and then nodding it. Because you're shaking your head. This is not it. Since when did the Dallas Cowboys start touting regular season winning percentage? On your grease board, TJ, how about them Cowboys? It doesn't say in the regular season in the small print underneath it, right?
No. Go underneath.
So that's not what it's about for the Dallas Cowboys. Shake your head, man, then you nod your head. Well, this guy has won a championship before. I mean, it was a long time ago. But, they did win 12 games for a third straight year, and he's called the plays pretty damn well. And Bill Belichick, is there any opportunity for him to be there? Yeah. But is there a guarantee that he could give you a better playoff result? Potentially. But are you going to blow it all out? Go through all the interviews? Take it probably all the way to the Super Bowl? Figure all that stuff out? I don't think Jerry had the stomach for it, straight up. And he's way more patient than you give him credit for. And because we think he's impatient, because way, way, way back in the day, he made one of the most impatient, irrational, gut, angry, personal, professional moves in the history of NFL ownership in telling Jimmy Johnson, you're out. Barry Switzer, you're in. And ever since then, that informs the way we view Jerry Jones. And he is way more patient and loyal than anybody gives him credit for. And we will find out, because it appears McCarthy will have no contract extension either going into the season. I don't know if they're going to make that announcement either. But he's got one more year left on his deal. And they sent him out there today to answer the questions, because Jerry put out a statement, and Mike McCarthy held a press conference about an hour plus ago and said this about the message for the fans and his players.
My message would be this. We have established a championship program. It's just not the world championship yet. We know how to win. We know how to train to win. We have the right people. but we have not crossed the threshold winning playoff games. And it's extremely disappointing to be sitting here talking about it. But, you know, I know how to win, and we will get over that threshold. You know, I have total confidence in it, and that's why I'm standing here today.
And then with the trajectory you had at Green Bay, winning the Super Bowl in year 5, do you see this program that you've built here being on a similar path?
Yes. There you go. Thanks, John. But didn't expect a layup today, that's for sure.
Well, that bounce pass for the bunny was John Machota of The Athletic. Year 4 is next year for McCarthy, right? So I guess he would need another year on his contract. Is Jerry going to let him coach? So you got, with just 1 year on his contract, is a lame duck coach. So those are the options. You keep McCarthy. Everything is the staff. You keep the staff. You don't have to go through all of these coaching interviews, even though it is the most decorated group of available coaches that I can remember. You don't have to make these changes. You get the play caller staying in place. Who knows? Maybe you get Dan Quinn back for the defense, because the defense performed so poorly. Some of the owners around the league might now suddenly blanch at hiring a guy they would have fell over themselves to hire last year. And the players apparently have given a vote of confidence to McCarthy. And to them, I would say, well, I think you better play better, because this guy ain't coming back.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.